everyone, it's me, Tana. Um, this video is my how-to video for the week. I guess it's going to be my experience with how to deal with like a coworker or like a boss. um, if you have like a coworker that is very, like you work in a very fast-paced environment, I would have to say the easiest and the best way to go about figuring out the problem is see if maybe you can do something to make it easier, for yourself. Like if you feel like you're doing all of the work, maybe then you need to go back and see, like us at work, we have a task um, list for each person. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't help out because, I mean, work isn't nothing if you don't have teamwork. So, I mean, if that person, maybe they got trained by someone else and, they ask them, maybe they don't know that they're supposed to do that, maybe they think they're doing it the way that it's supposed to be done, but you don't feel like it's being done right. So, your first step would be to say, you know, let's use Mary. Say, Mary, can I talk to you for a second? And, she'll say probably, yeah. Um, did you know that before you're supposed to go home or before you go on break, you're supposed to do this, this, and this? And if she says no, then be like, well, did you in orientation or in any time get, when you're being trained, did you get your task list? And if you don't have a task list, maybe that's something you need to talk to them about. Say you don't have a task list. Be like, well, did you know that when, I don't know who trained you, but when this, and this happens, you're supposed to do this at this time. Maybe it'd be easy for that person. So I would just sit down, talk to that person. But if you don't have a good rapport, or I think that's the word, with the person, then maybe you do need to just go to your supervisor and be, hey, this isn't being done and this isn't being done. But don't do it if it just happened twice. I mean, that's kind of twice in 3 months. That's kind of, you know, not fair just to automatically go to your boss. So I would say, talk to the person first, and then if the situation doesn't get any better, then you need to just, go up one step, and that's to your supervisor, in most cases. Explain to your supervisor in detail what is happening, and, don't ever make a lie about someone because you wouldn't want them to make a lie up about you because, everyone needs their job. No one works just for the fun of it, believe me. So, you know, don't make up a lie. If it didn't happen, don't say that it happened. If it didn't happen 20 times, don't say it happened 20 times. Just go in there, be honest, because you know what? In the end, it's going to come back on you. So just be honest when you go and talk to your supervisor. Be like, hey, Mary isn't getting this and this done by the time she's supposed to go on break or home or whatever. And then your supervisor, sorry, hold on. I just got off of work. So your supervisor's going to probably have a talk with them. And at our work, if we're having a problem with someone, we have a sit-down meeting with the supervisor and with our coworker that we are having a problem with. And I think that every office should do that. So there's no lying. I mean, you can't sit there in front of the person and lie. I mean, come on. So I would do that. And if the problem doesn't get resolved, then, like at our work, we have an administrator. He is above my boss. So I, would go to my administrator and speak with him and say, hey, it's, been a couple weeks and nothing's happened. This person is still, not fulfilling their job duties and stuff like that. And if he says that he can't do anything and that I need to speak to my supervisor, just be very, courteous and calm and, all that you can be. and just say, "Hey, well, I have gone to my supervisor, but I just am not getting anywhere." So then if he can't do anything, then maybe you do need to take it to the next step, which would, for me, in my case, would be my corporate office. Um, so I would go to corporate and, fill out my complaint form, and it'd get sent to corporate, and, things would be done, because I have actually done that. So that I know that those steps work. I know that you feel scared and you don't want to do it because you don't want someone to lose their job, or, wouldn't want that person to go tell on you if you forgot to do something. So that's why I'm saying that if it's not repetitive every day, just talk to that person, because all of us here, in the work environment, jobs, none of us just work to work, so make sure it's an actual complaint that cannot be solved by you. If you could just take 5 seconds out of your life, your job, and be like, hey, when Ashley trained you, Mary, did she tell you this? And if she says no, they'd be like, okay, well, this is what you're supposed to do, and this is how you do it. And show them correctly how to do it, so that there's no more way that she can say, well, no one showed me. And after, like a month, if things haven't gotten better, then I would say go to your supervisor. But those, previously of what I said, those are the steps you should take. Of course, every job is different. You have a supervisor, then you have a manager, then you have an assistant manager, then you have a manager. I mean, it's just all a big chain. Just keep riding the ladder until something happens. Because, it isn't fair that a lot of people have to do other people's work. So, just remember, it's, not right that you do the other person's job, but just make sure that at the end of the day, you go home and do not take your work home with you. I am repeating this, do not take your drama from work home with you. Because when you do that, you are so cranky, you are up on everybody about everything, like not putting your laundry away. Yeah. So don't lie about the situation. So one is, don't take your drama from work home with you. It doesn't help you. Two, don't make up lies when you go to your supervisor. It's just going to bite you in the butt. Three is, I would have to say, talk to the person. See if they were trained correctly. Four, I would say, would be help the person. Make sure there's always teamwork at work. Because, a business, you cannot run with just one person. Everybody has to be in the loop. Everybody needs to know how to do everything correctly. So, I just have to say 5, be friendly. Always smile at work. When you don't have a smile on your face, I know this for a fact, because when I'm down and I bring my work, my home to my work, I'm really cranky, and it can't happen like that. If you're having a bad day, before you go to work, smile. It will help. I promise. If you smile, it is gonna help you so much. So that's my tips. And the best one I can say is smile and let things go. The little things don't matter. I hope this helped you. It's Tana's How to Deal with a Coworker.